Hey out there, yogi friends. Welcome to your foundations class. My name is Crystal. I'll be your guide. We'll start today's practice in child's pose at the back of your space. I'm going to open up your knees so that when you rest down, your ribs are fully supported on your thighs. Go ahead and make your way down to your mat. Reach your fingers out as far as you can, then rest the top of your forehead and your elbows down to the mat. And stay here in child's pose and check in with whatever you're showing up with as you approach the four corners of your space. Begin to lengthen your breath in and soften your breath out. As you breathe in, find an extra sip of air at the top. Take an open mouth exhale as if you're fogging up a mirror. Now seal your lips. Draw breath in through your nose. A soft restriction in the back of your throat. Exhale softly through your nose, creating a little bit of an audible sound. There's a restriction in your throat that activates your muscles, the same muscles in your throat that activate when you whisper or go to blow out a birthday candle. And breathe in evenly. Exhale softly. Let this light audible sound become louder than any thoughts that arise. Take 3 more breaths here. Inhale, rise to tabletop. And shift your knees a bit closer and your hands shoulder width apart. Exhale, cat pose. Round out your back. Tuck your chin all the way into your throat. Inhale, cow pose. Find length and strength over your belly. Exhale, cat pose. Round your spine. Breathe in, cow pose. Pull your shoulders back, your heart forward. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Into a neutral spine. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now spread out your toes. Take a few moments here to pedal through your knees. Find length off of the back of your legs. Now warm up your down dog. Hold your down dog position. Press your heels towards the ground and your chest towards your upper thighs. Try to relax around your neck and shoulders and draw your belly muscles up and in. Go full breath in. Exhale, Ragdoll Pose at the top. Ragdoll is a wide stance in your feet, a soft bend in your knees, and collapse over your thighs. Let your upper body hang heavy. Any tension hanging out in your shoulders and neck, just roll right off. Release your bind from your feet closer together. Bend your knees. Inhale, roll to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samastitihi. And take a moment to dedicate the power of your practice. What's important to you today? Where would you like your energy to flow? Let's seal your intention today through breath. Take a supportive inhale. And open mouth exhale to share your intention. Seal your lips. Come back to your Ujjayi pranayama. Breath with a soft restriction in your throat. Inhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. In mountain pose, there's a slight lift in your chest and your chin. And draw your bottom ribs down and in. Exhale, forward fold. Take the time to connect with the ground. Release the back of your neck. Inhale, halfway lift. And leverage your hands into your shins or even your thighs, whatever it takes to create a flat back. Open up across your belly and chest. Exhale, plank pose. Plank pose in yoga is a narrow push-up position. You want to bring your hands shoulder width apart and spread out your fingers. As you breathe in, hinge your shoulders over your fingertips. Exhale, chaturanga. And keep your chin in, your belly tight, and lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Press to the tops of your feet. Lift your knees and thighs off the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Use your belly strength to lift your hips. Settle down for a breath. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step to the top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift, create a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Reach up overhead, gather supportive energy. Exhale, forward fold, connect with the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, bring length and strength across your belly. Exhale, plank. Now point your elbows to the back of the mat. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Feel free to use your knees for extra support at any time. Control yourself on the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Your knees and thighs lift. Separate your shoulders from your ears. Exhale, downward facing dog. A full breath in. Exhale, step to the top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, Tadasana. And send your hips back, your chest rests slightly forward. And draw your bottom ribs up and in. And find softness and ease around your shoulders, around your neck. Full breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank or chaturanga. Control yourself on the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And breathe in, lift your right leg. Just for this first round, open your hip, add in any movement that feels good. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. I'm going to set up a wide enough stance that your knee is over the center of your foot. And if you were to draw a straight line back from your heel, it would intersect with the arch of your foot. And straight lines, hand to hand. Exhale, extended side angle. You can rest your elbow down on your thigh. Commit to the bend in your front knee. Spin your chest towards the ceiling. Grip in your feet. Inhale, reverse warrior. Lift your ribs up and over. Any tension hanging out in your shoulders, just roll right off. Soften your gaze. Take a full breath in here. Exhale, plank pose. Cartwheel your hands to the mat. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. And feel free to use your knees to lever yourself down with control. Inhale, upward dog. Open your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's try the other side. Breathe in, lift your left leg. Open up your hip. Explore some movement on the side. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Now spin your back foot in and draw your hip points up towards your ribs. Send your gaze over your front hand. Remind yourself of your dedication. Where's the power of your practice flowing today? Exhale, extended side angle. Roll your chest open. Bump your hips towards the back of the mat. Commit to the bend in your front knee. Inhale, reverse warrior. Lift up and over. Want a nice side body opening here. Now square your hips and shoulders towards the side of your mat. Full breath in, reach a little further. Exhale, plank. Inhale, lean forward. Your shoulders go over your fingertips. Exhale, chaturanga, or halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Reconnect with your breath. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step to the top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift. Keep your chin in. Exhale, forward fold. Find your fullest compression. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Connect with the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank. Here we go for that chaturanga. Feel free to skip it at any time. Breathe in, lean forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, lift your right leg. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, plank. Inhale, leaning forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, lift your left leg. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Take your time. Exhale, extended side angle. Trace your breath. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, plank pose. Feeling warm now. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Breathe out to downward facing dog. Connect with your breath. Breathe in, lift your left leg. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, high crescent. The wider your stance here in your feet, the easier this posture tends to be. Shorter the stance, it's like standing on a balance beam. It's going to be a bit harder. So find what works for you today. And tuck your hips under. With your hips tucked under, keep them there. Try to straighten your back knee a bit. And inhale, reach up overhead. With your arms overhead, draw your ribs down. And the compression in your belly, offer some stability here. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, revolved crescent. You're going to hook your arm to the outside of your thigh. Feel free to use your back knee on the ground for added stability here. Compress your hands together. Lift your chest towards your thumbs. Listen for your breath. Each exhale, rinse and cleanse through the midsection. Exhale, runner's lunge. Bring your hands to the inside of your foot and wiggle your toes to the edge of your space. Now tuck your hips under and then lean forward. Want to breathe into the front of your hip and softness and ease around your shoulders. One more full round of breath here. Exhale, half split, and straighten your front leg. First, it's natural to want to round the back. See if you can lift your chest up, and then draw your front toes back towards your knee. Feel an opening sensation in the back of your leg. if it's fiery or intense, that means you've gone too far. Back up just slightly. I want to feel kind of a bittersweet point. Full breath in. Exhale, low lunge. You're going to bring your hand directly underneath your shoulder. So it's your hand, your elbow, and your shoulder. They line up nicely over one another. We're headed to side plank. And step your front foot back, and then open up to side plank. Now the wider your feet here, the easier this posture tends to be. The closer your feet together, the more challenging. And it works for you to hold for a breath. Exhale, plank. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Control on the way down. Remember to use your knees as needed. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And breathe in, lift your left leg. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, high crescent pose. Find the stance that works for you here. Now square your hips towards the front of your mat. Tuck under. Lengthen up your sides. Breathe into the front of your hip. We're headed to crescent twist. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Now lean forward. Use your back knee on the ground if you did so on the other side. Exhale, revolved crescent. I'm going to hook your arm towards your thigh or as close as you can. When I first started yoga, the instructor said, your thumbs go to the center of your chest. I thought, no way, how is that possible? But over time, you can learn to use your exhale to draw your belly muscles up and in, and it gets closer and closer. It takes consistency and practice. That's where the pose is headed. Full breath in. Exhale, runner's lunge, come on up. Now widen the stance of your feet. Tuck your hips under, then lean forward. Some softness and ease in your upper body. Take a full breath in. Exhale, half split. Straighten your front leg. Draw your toes back. And you can play around with the direction of your foot. Find that bittersweet point that works for you. Hang on to it. Some loving breaths to the back of your leg. Exhale, low lunge. We're headed to side plank. So set up a strong foundation. Bring your hand under your shoulder. Your hands webbed out. Step back to plank pose. Your front foot steps back. Inhale, side plank, open up. Now you can stay with your bottom knee on the ground, or as an added challenge, lift your bottom knee up, widen the stance of your feet. Even length through both of your side bodies here. Take a full breath in. Exhale, plank. So strong. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Enjoy that full breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, lift your right leg. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Take your time to arrive. Exhale, triangle pose. Now straighten through your front leg. You can roll your hips back and around and keep length along your sides. Open your arms, lift your chest and gaze. I actually like to press my shin into my palm, especially when I don't have any props I'm working with. It keeps the knee safe. Just a little bend there. Find your breath. As you inhale, take star pose. Extend your arms and legs, lift your spirits. Exhale, horse pose, come on down. Now widen your knees the same direction as your toes. Tension between your palms. Let's take a breath in together. Hold your horse legs. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sink in. Inhale, star pose. This time turn your toes in. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Now lead with your belly. Try to keep a flat back on your way down. Draw your chest between your thighs. Now it's tempting to want to round and reach through, but can you keep a flat upper back and then draw forward? Breathe into your depth. One more full round of breath. Empty out completely. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, easy twist. And bring your hand to the center of your foot. Put your other arm up towards the sky. And sink into your hip here. Full breath in. Exhale, plank. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Keep in mind those are optional. And let go of the chaturanga at any time. Wherever you are, take a full breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, lift your right leg. Actually, it's your left leg. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, triangle pose. Press through your front heel, straighten your knee. And keep length along your sides for triangle pose. So this hip in front has to kind of shift back a little bit so you can keep length along your ribs and your chest open. Now we're to leave a little bit of a bend in your front knee, keep your joints safe. Inhale, star. Exhale, horse, come on down. Find the depth that works for you here. Bring your thumbs to your chest. Let's take a breath in together. Hold your horse legs. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring that energy into your heart. Use it to support your intention. Inhale, star. Turn your toes in. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Lead with the belly, the heart and head to follow. Now shift weight to the ball mounts of your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Pick up your chest. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, easy twist. Whatever foot is in front, that's the same arm that lifts towards the sky. Settle into your hips and straighten your back knee. Exhale, plank. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, lift your right leg high. Exhale, pigeon pose. Bring your knee behind your wrist. Lengthen out your back leg. Now, whatever knee's in front, that's the same shoulder you're going to twist over. Use that gaze as a twist for your midsection. Help open up the front of your hip. Back to center and rest down to the ground. I like to use my towel underneath my head. Feel free to accommodate this posture as needed. Now, if this posture is giving you any bit of trouble at all, if your knee or your hip and back say, this isn't feeling right, there is a different option today to take. It's on your back. So whatever leg was in front, you would take that on your back. Cross your ankle over your knee. Want to take it a little bit further and draw your knee to your chest. It's important to listen to your body's needs and be willing to accommodate and adjust the posture and the shape. Sometimes we get an idea of what a posture should look like, and then as we arrive, we start to judge anything that shows up. You set that all off on the side. I want to find a position where you can breathe fully and completely. Find a little bit of surrender and relaxation. 5 more full rounds of breath in whatever pigeon looks like for you today. Gently press into your hands. Lift your chest if you are in full pigeon. Or just headed to the other side. So whatever version you're in, take some movement to add in fresh blood flow to your knee and your hip. And take pigeon on the other side when you're ready. Ideally, you would match the same shape. So if you're in full pigeon on the floor, or whether you took it on your back with your leg drawn in, find the position that works for you. A full round of breath. And explore the same counter movements you did on the other side to send fresh blood flow to your knee and your foot. We'll meet together in a kneeling stance for Camel Pose. Now, Camel Pose is a back bend with your arms behind your back. In a sense, as we take all these warrior postures, it's like having your weapons all behind you and fully surrendering. So the posture opens the belly, the heart, and the throat, creating a sense of vulnerability in your practice. So after we take Camel Pose, we sit in easy seat for a few minutes just to come back and notice any sensations that showed up and take a few moments of stillness and silence. Let's get started in Camel Pose. Bring your knees hip distance. Your hands support your lower back. Draw your elbows back together. Then trust your hips forward and trace your gaze back. Open your heart, open your throat. Switch to open mouth breath. Come on down, have a seat in Sukhasana. Easy seat. Rest your hands where they feel most comforting. Close your eyes. Gently open your eyes. Let the room come back to you. We're headed down to the ground for a bridge pose. We'll bring your hips to your heels. Rest down to the ground. With your arms long at your side. Inhale, bridge pose, send your hips up. Exhale, Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of your feet together. Rest your hands wherever they feel most natural. Use your hands to support your knees closed. Rock and roll on up to a seat. Extend your legs out in front of you. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, seated forward fold. Reach your belly, your heart and your head down. Relax in your neck and shoulders. Inhale, rise. Lower down to the ground. Set up for half wind removing pose. Draw your right leg in, and compression in the side of your hip. Exhale, supine twist. Cross your knee over your body. And shimmy your hips so they can stack over. And tee your arms out. Glide your knee back to center. Switch out to the other side. And a little compression in the front of your hip. Exhale, supine twist. Some full deep breaths into your lower back. Come on back to center. Exhale, Ananda Balasana, happy baby pose. And draw your elbows on the inside of your knees. Flatten your low back to the ground. Add any movements that feel good. Iron out your lower back and hips. Inhale, waterfall pose. Extend your legs overhead. Let your arms rest out to the side. Exhale, ball pose. Draw your knees in. Connect your forehead to your legs. Thank your body for all that it does for you. Exhale, Shavasana. Take up space on your mat. In full relaxation. So close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, relax your body completely. And your full awareness to your breath. Take a deep breath in. Exhale the fetal pose on your side. Just take a moment to reset. Reflect on which pieces of the practice you'd like to carry forward with you. And gently make your way up to a comfortable seat. A tall spine. Acknowledge any changes now versus when you first arrived. Physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Inhale, reach up overhead, gather supportive energy. Exhale your hands to your heart and carry that energy with you throughout your day. The light and love in me honors and bows to the light and love within you. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. Namaste.